Thank you for coming to this session. I'm going to talk about a new tool or new sandbox to test FHIRcast or to learn about FHIRcast. FHIRcast is a new context synchronization standard. And first, a few words about me. Who am I? By trade, I'm a biomed engineer. My first specialty was electrosurgery. And I was living a perfectly fine biomed life until the guy in NukeMed took a long leave of absence. And then I got bit by the imaging IT bug. And that led me to my first context sharing experience at my first RSNA in '98, where I saw IDXrad driving Siemens Magic View 1000. And back then, IDXrad was running on Internet Explorer, Microsoft Internet Explorer running on Solaris. So back then, Internet Explorer ran on Solaris. So that changed my life. I went to IDX after that. I left the hospital. And I've been doing now, and after that I went to Siemens. And I've been 17 years at Siemens doing integration, data migration, implementation, and a lot of enabling. That means training the local engineers on how to implement new products. I have two products to my name. One that was started by Mr. Carson Sparkowski, former colleague, now at GE. He went to the dark side, we like to say. But yes, this migration controller is something that I continued when Carson left. And more recently, the desktop connector, that's an integration engine for the desktop. So similar concept to FHIRcast, but not yet doing the new standard. So enough about me. Why another sandbox? Because there is already an existing sandbox that was done by Leo. Probably you saw Leo's, maybe you saw Leo's presentation yesterday. It's a .NET framework-based sandbox. And I wanted to make something that's easier to teach to my local implementation engineers. So something that's less heavy than a .NET framework, because with .NET you start an empty project and you already have maybe 50 directories and 100 files. And by using this JavaScript full stack solution, you can make it much simpler, I think. And I hope that it will bring people to contribute more, because a standard needs to be popular. A standard that's not popular is almost less productive than not having a standard. So I hope this new sandbox will bring people in and that they can try it out and get a feeling of what FHIRcast means. So the 5 minutes left, that goes fast. So for the sandbox, there's only two files. One that's for the backend, the JavaScript that runs the server process, and another one that runs just in the browser. That's the JavaScript that runs in the browser. That's a nice thing about this JavaScript solution. You use the same language for both the front end and the back end. So how far is it? I'm about 70% done, I think. I'm missing some stuff, and whoops. If you want to contribute, there's plenty of opportunities. You can check on GitHub. So you go github.com/FHIRcast, and you'll see both the .NET and this JavaScript sandbox there. So I hope to be compliant to the standard by January Connectathon. And I want to talk 1 minute about the WebSub standard. This is the technology, the standard that's behind FHIRcast. And to clarify a little bit about the communication, because WebSub is really about communicating between the servers. So the events are published between the servers and not directly from the client. So if we want to go through what the notification of an event would go through, for example, if the reporting system wanted to report an event, so the client would talk to his application server where this FHIRcast process is running. And that's how it would communicate that it wants to raise an event. And that his application server would talk to the hub. And then that would be propagated back to the clients, well, to the other application server. So imagine you have a radiology system here with your EHR, your PACS, your reporting, your AI. So the event is propagated to all the application servers, and they have the job to communicate the event back to the client that's running on your desktop. And so far, this would be open to whatever communication is best for you, for your product, how to talk between your application server and your client. All right, so that's just, I wanted to clarify that little thing before I just point you to the GitHub. Oh, I have to do escape. Ah, great. So, this is basically the README from the GitHub. And you have a tutorial here. And you have a complete system online in the cloud. It's actually, this one is in the Azure cloud. So you have your hub, and you have all your application servers. So the EHR, the CDS, the PACS, and the reporting client. And from here, you can try it online directly from the README. You just click on this link, and it will open the hub. And there's 4 parts to this. At the bottom, you see you get a WebSocket connection that shows you what's happening on the application servers. So this logging here at the bottom is showing you what's going on while you start trying out how it works. So first you select, 1 minute left, you select the hub, and then you subscribe to the event. You'll see some action going on here, and then here you'll be publishing an event, sending a notification to the hub to be broadcasted to everybody, and you'll see some other action happening there. And hopefully you can go through the tutorial here. You can retrieve context from the hub. You can try a smart on fire launch, which will give you the initial context when you're starting. And you can also, I hope, make it all the way to me, that's the best picture, showing you, simulating a complete workflow for your hospital. Any questions? I think I'm going to stop here because that's already the end. No? So thank you, and please go to github.com/FHIRcast, and please contribute. So like I said, I'm not a traditional software developer, so I think I can use some help. So, thank you, bye.